Okay, everybody, I'm going to do a lesson now, and this is going to be for the track that we are using in the Tasty Monthly Jam. This is going to be the first one. All the details will be on my Facebook page very soon. Now, this concept I'm going to show you, I talked about in my live stream last night. If you're watching this in 10 years from now, I'll probably be dead and you won't know what the heck I'm talking about. But if you were around, I talked about this concept of using the same shape 3 times over a blues progression. And what we have here in this backing track is a kind of rocking blues in the key of A major, which then shifts to D and then shifts to E. You can hear the changes very, very easily if you jam to the track a few times, which you will be able to download from Bandcamp in the very near future, or in the past, again, depending on where we are. You can do that. And so let's just look at this concept. Very, very easy. First one is position 1 of A minor pentatonic, which I'm sure all you guys know. You know, I wouldn't worry about the A. All you need to do, you know, when I say that, where you start the scale for me is not particularly important, as long as you understand where you need to resolve to. And without getting into a big thing about it, the A is going to be one of the notes that you are going to want to resolve to. So as long as you start the scale on a C, I think we can hear that it wants to resolve there. Okay, when we get to the D chord, we're going to take this shape and we're going to move it up 2 frets. So now it's going to start on the 7th fret low E string, and it's going to look like this. Okay, so exactly the same shape, just up 2 frets, and we're going to use this for the D. Now, where we talked about using the A on the first chord, when we get here, our target note, our kind of note that we're going to resolve to or lean on probably the most, is going to be the D. So instead of with the first scale like this, when we move up 2 frets for the D chord, it's going to be this. And again, it doesn't matter where you start the scale, as long as you use that D note. You don't have to always use that, but if you're new to this, it's not a bad idea to have something, you know, that you know is going to work, and this D is going to work. I moved out of position there, but that's just because, you know, that's what I'm used to doing. But if I wanted to stay in that position, okay, then we move back to the A, we go back to the first position again. Now when the E chord comes around, we basically take that exactly the same shape and we move it up 2 frets again. So now we're starting on the 9th fret low E string, and that's going to sound like this. And just like we did with the D chord, we're going to be leaning on the E. That's going to be a note that we're going to use to resolve to. And this is just a really good, easy concept. And then what you basically want to do in your practice time is to work on some ideas where you can shift from position to position. And there's a whole bunch of ways that you can do it, but I'll give you just a couple. As you're coming down the first scale, the A minor pentatonic, this 7th fret low E string, you can slide that up to 9 on the A. I hope I said A before, and then basically play the D. So we're sort of string skipping. Everything needs a name these days, as you know. So we're string skipping. And you can pretty much do that with any of these strings. So in other words, you could go from the 7th fret D string, no string skipping. You could go from the 8th fret on the G. Okay, you just need to be able to get to. It's another way that you can do it. And then basically exactly the same thing. When you come up to this position for the E here, you can use any of those ideas, but instead of going here, you go here. Come down, maybe chromatically if you choose to, and then down to the A there. So let's have a little play along, and hopefully you're going to get a feel for this, how this is going to work. Let's give it a shot. So we get a little bit of a drum intro, and I'm going to start out on this A position. That's going to be the first thing we're going to do. See how I'm resolving there? D's coming up. Okay, so what you heard me do there, obviously I put in a couple of little bits and bobs, but you get the idea. It's the same position, moved up into 3 different positions, starting on 5, moving to 7, going to 9, and then basically just the resolving note or the strong note is going to change. A on the first one, 7th fret D, D on the second one, 7th fret G, and then 9th fret on the G for the E. Now I'll just add 1 or 2 more things to this idea, which I think will be useful for you. You can pretty much use this idea with lots of other shapes as well. So, and I'll just give you a little example here. If we were to take this 2nd position of the A minor pentatonic, now if you know that, and you probably know this from lots of blues licks, now, we can just move that, just like we did with the scale, we just move it up 2 frets. Okay, and then the only caveat is, just like before, instead of using this as our kind of resolving note, this is going to be our resolving note, the D, for the D chord. And also, if you're going to, you can use this F here, but you can't really hang around on it. And then you can use this F sharp, which is the major 3rd of the chord. But if you don't know about theory, don't worry about that, it just sounds good. When the E pops around, same thing, you just move up 2 frets again. And you've got the same concept there. You can go up a semitone to the G, you can hang around on that a bit longer on the E, or you can go up to the G sharp. So let's have a little go with that, okay, and then we'll see if we like the way that sounds, and hopefully we will. Okay, so we've got our little drum intro. So I'm going to start on this little nugget of wonder here, 2nd position, the A minor pentatonic. Let's do it. Let's just do one more idea that we're going to throw in there, okay? Let's take this idea here. And don't forget there's so much you can do here, but let's just move that position, because this position where we're going to move it to can really make some nice licks. So we're going to take this, and instead of doing it 8 on the B and, 10 on the B and 8 on the high E, we're going to go to 14 on the G. We can throw that little blues note in there as well, just like we can here. Same idea, when the D chord comes around, we just move it up 2 frets. Back down. When the E chord comes around, same thing, just move that same shape. So let's do that. I'll go one time round trying to stay strictly within that sort of thing, and then we'll mix it up. All right, this is live, people. Well, not when you see it. So again, we've got a little drum intro. We're going to start off just on this little shape here, the 14G, 14B. Here we go. So that is one of many, many ideas you can use for this track. And this track is for the upcoming Stuart Ball's Tasty Monthly Jam, TMJ. All the details will be on my Facebook page very, very soon. JB Albury and his fabulous son Simon are working on this with me, and they will make sure everything's there and it's easy for you to download the track. The track is free from Bandcamp, you don't have to pay for it. And then you'll see all the rules and conditions and everything that you need to do. And we have Boss on board as a sponsor, and they will be giving away some pedals, or we will be giving away some pedals that they'll be giving us, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, so look, if there's any licks or anything, put something in the comments, anything you want to know, any things you want me to home in on, or make a little bit more of an analytical lesson about, let me know, and I'll be happy to do it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my Facebook. Bow down to me at every opportunity, whatever you think you want to do. But have fun, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys very soon.